So we've got a couple of different options here, and I want to show you how to get this console apart effectively. So depending on, again, which option you've selected, I'm going to show you guys the Spec Dock option, the ashtray dock. It's very straightforward to install. You're like, oh, it looks really complicated. I assure you it's not. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to show you how to get the ashtray out, and then we're going to pop this out in case you didn't opt for the Spec Dock and you've just got a cable you want to route through. So let's start with the Spec Dock. Lift the door back, pull the ash. This one's got some schmutz in it. All right, yeah, it did. Oh, some coffee. Yours is going to have coffee and all sorts of fun things down there too. So you can see this little dovetail piece right here. Just lift up on it, slide it to the right, and then it's going to come out of there. We didn't break anything. We're just removing this because it doesn't, the dock doesn't fit down there with it in place. So you can see on the front of this, there's a hole. We're going to take the dock cable here, and we are going to fish it through there over towards the side here, because we're just going to pull the cable out right here. So push the cable over there, and then you can just depress that carpet. Get your fingers up here. It's kind of sharp, so just be cautious there. This is going some other weird direction, although I can feel it. I think I can. There we go. It was just making a weird turn. Okay. Okay. Goodness gracious. Okay, so with the cable out, again, be careful with that. It is kind of sharp. We'll then tuck the cable, route it back here, and plug it into the module, which lives behind the glove box. But for the dock itself, as you can see, we just pull this on through, pull it on down, and then the dock sits in just like so. And it's done. I mean, there's usually there's adhesive on the bottom of it, so you'll want to use the adhesive tape, but as you can see, it's very, very simple to install that dock. Don't. So we got the dock installed like so. If the dock is not installed, you can also do this. Pop out this console here. So using your plastic panel removal tool, very carefully pry this out, and then you can route the cable right back through here into this area and back over to the module. So it's a couple different options. You'll probably need to drill a hole in this, which again I would recommend doing on the top, so that no one can see it if you open this from the inside, and that way if you sell the car, no one will ever know. So you could just pop a hole through there. So that's option 2. And if you don't want to even do that, you can route the cable from the module all the way up through here. And you can see I pulled out the emergency brake boot from earlier. I think we have that, but I'll show you again how we do that. So it snaps in from the back, pulls up, and then you can just route the cable under all of this stuff. And again, it's all done through tucking, and then you can take your panel removal tool and use it to push the cable up under the console like so. So this is a really handy tool. Don't ever use a metal tool up on this dash, so keep it simple and safe with the plastic tool. And that's our 3 different options. I mean, I think you guys should have a pretty clear understanding of how to do all of this now. So we've got our respective modules connected, our plugs plugged, we're ready to confirm we have confirmed all is well. We've confirmed operation. Everything is as it should be. We're going to reassemble the car. So glove box, very straightforward. You see this little hook here and this little hook here. Just be conscientious of those when you're reinstalling it, because they hook over these little tabs up here. So just, again, you can't really goof this up, but as you can see, let's see. Yep. So now, again, probably stop watching at this point because I'm just going to reattach the screws, but screw everything back together. I'll just show you. So I didn't put them all in, but everything is perfectly aligned. These cars are built like tanks. They're meant to be taken apart. So that's kind of it, guys. I mean, this point we can stop here. We're going to join you again, depending on your model car. We're going to reassemble the trunk. We're going to reassemble the back seats, the panels, etc. But for the glove box, I think we can stop here. Now, you'll remember, we didn't really use any There's no screws or bolts holding this thing in there. So it's actually kind of tricky getting in here, especially if you're a bigger dude. All right, so pull the back seat out, or the seat belt out, I guess as they call them. Now, you've got 4 tabs on the bottom. You got a copper tab here, 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 and here. So we need to hook those on the bottom, and then we push the back in. So the way we do that, you can see they kind of slot in. Oh, that one just did it all on its own. Excellent. Okay. We are in, and we're in. All right. It's very straightforward. Again, these cars are so well designed. They just don't. And then, again, you want to get the seat belts out of the way. You know what? I goofed that up, so it's good you saw that. So, seat belts. Get all of them out of the way. You can see that little hook, how that worked. I goofed this side up too. It's been a long day. And on that note, I would suggest you guys not doing this after having been at the office all day. Take a nice, slow Saturday with this. Now, there we go. We're in place. That already snapped. Already snapped. Take our centerpiece. Voila. Back cushion is in. Now, for the back seat, remember, if you had one of the modules that lives in the front and we brought our factory 3 and 6 pin connections right here, just leave them exposed or over here on the side or something like that, just so they're easily accessible by just popping the seat out, should you ever need to reset it. Now, take these guys, their seat belts up through here. We'll make it pretty in a minute. Be conscientious of these little tabs, and we may end up, they pop out very easily, but actually we're going to just pop them out and I'll show you how to do it. So tuck everything, that one actually went in, so here's how it works. You can see the little rounded edge here. It just snaps on, like so. Then we'll make all this stuff pretty. All right, guys, so we're wrapping things up here in the trunk of our E46 sedan. I'm going to show you how to do mount the module in one of the trunk-mounted module options we've got, one of our entry-level kits. It's super straightforward here. So let's do this, actually. Let's take the Velcro. We'll put the male side here. Male side here. So, let's actually do it like this. We're going to do it like this. Let me show you guys a little trick. We're going to plug it in. I'm just going to adhere it just right here. It's nice and out of the way. Like so. And then that way, we'll just take our cable here. We've got so much cable, so we're going to tuck it all back here in just a moment. So we'll get the cable down here. Make it nice and pretty. Plug in our module. Take our other cable that we brought over in the front of the car. I know I'm kind of in the way, it's just a little tricky here. Plug it in again. So the cable's connected, the module's secure. We'll take the rest of this bulky cable. You can actually take the factory padding that came with it, wrap it all back up, tuck it back behind there, and then we can commence to putting the trunk back together. I don't think there's really a need to show you guys how to do that. It's just going to take more time, and you all probably need to get back to work. So let's call it a day, guys. I think we've wrapped up what we needed to do. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you on the next video.